A polymath in the truest sense, the artist and writer Rosalyn Drexler, who spent a lifetime defying categorization, has passed away at the age of 98. She was a painter, a novelist, a playwright, and even, for a time, a professional wrestler. Her death on September 3, 2025, at her New York City home, marks the end of an extraordinary, multifaceted career that spanned most of the American century. Her death was confirmed by the Garth Greenan Gallery, which represented her. However, Garth Greenan Gallery did not specify a cause of death. At 98, it is likely she died of natural causes related to old age. Born Rosalind Bronsnick in the Bronx in 1926, Drexler's creative output was characterized by a distinct and lively imagination that engaged with the absurdities and violences she observed in American culture. Her artistic journey was a fluid one, and she shifted between forms with a restless, productive energy. One of her most celebrated and unusual pursuits was her short-lived wrestling career. In the early 1950s, while living in Hell's Kitchen as a young mother, Drexler joined a professional wrestling troupe. Touring the country as Rosa Carlo, the Mexican Spitfire, she quickly became disillusioned with the blatant racism she witnessed in the segregated South. She eventually left the ring, but her experience in it became the basis for her 1972 novel, To Smithereens, which was reissued to critical acclaim in 2025. By the 1960s, Drexler had immersed herself in the pop art scene in New York. Unlike many of her male counterparts who adopted a cool, detached style, Drexler infused her work with emotional intimacy and political critique. Using images from tabloids, magazines, and B-movie posters, she would enlarge, collage, and then paint over them with intensely vibrant saturated colors. Drexler's paintings often confronted themes of gender, power, and violence, a subject matter that proved controversial in a movement that favored less contentious topics. Works from her Love and Violence series, like Put It This Way, 1963, and This Is My Wedding, 1963, challenge the viewer to confront the narrative generalizations and stereotypes embedded in popular culture. Though her work was sometimes overlooked by male-dominated institutions, she was finally recognized as a key pop art figure later in her life. As a writer, Drexler's output was just as prolific and genre-bending. She penned 9 novels, won 3 Obie Awards for her off-Broadway plays, and even co-wrote Lily Tomlin's 1973 television special, for which she won an Emmy. Her literary voice, much like her painting, was humorous, intense, and often autobiographical. She also wrote the novelization for the movie Rocky, under the pseudonym Julia Sorrell. For a long time, Drexler was known as an artist's artist, a vital and inspiring presence to those who knew her but largely ignored by the mainstream. In her later years, with the re-evaluation of pop art history, she began to receive the widespread recognition she deserved, with major exhibitions and her work entering the collections of prominent museums. In 2016, Drexler told Artforum, "I was happy being productive and having good friends and being ignored. But now I'm getting angry about it." Looking back, her life and work demonstrated the power of artistic curiosity and the importance of creating with unapologetic honesty, even when recognition was delayed.